And that's the real inflation right there. We're paying that much for pumpkins. All right, welcome back to Western New York Living. I'm going to mention a word right now, heard a couple of different ways. It's tinnitus, or as you probably know it, tinnitus. Whichever way you want to say it, if you suffer from this type of hearing issue, it can be troublesome. Well, this morning we're going to tell you about a treatment that is geared solely for those who suffer from tinnitus. We're happy to have back on the show here Dr. Jill Bernstein from Hearing Evaluation Services of Buffalo. Dr. Bernstein, thanks for being here. And I said it right, correct?
Yes, you did. You said it perfectly.
All right. I remember that from the last time you were here.
We've been through this a few times now.
Well, what is tinnitus exactly, and you know, what causes it?
It is the phantom perception of sound that's not really happening in the environment. It's basically like these overactive neurons in our brain that are creating this sound. And it typically happens because of hearing loss, though there can be other causes, cervical, TMJ, some medications, but the most common cause is a change in the auditory system, which has triggered this hyperactivity.
I think a lot of people associate tinnitus with ringing in the ears, like they might get after a concert if they don't wear hearing protection. Is that close?
That is tinnitus.
Okay.
Yeah. After a concert, you've caused damage to your ears because of the loud sound, and this is the consequence. And the more you do it, the less recovery that you'll get and the more permanent that will become.
All right, well, let's talk about treatments for it, because you have a new treatment, Lenire treatment, and one of only a few centers in the country that does so.
Yes, so at Hearing Evaluation Services, we have tinnitus specialists who have gone beyond their regular training, and we've had a very successful program, but like all treatments, it's not 100% for all people. And so we have this really new, very unique approach to tinnitus treatment. There's only 44 clinics in the whole United States that are certified to offer this, and we're able to do it here in Buffalo. And it uses something called bimodal neuromodulation.
Sounds fancy.
It is fancy, but what it means is, right, we've got these hyperactive nerves in the brain, and so it's like a bad connection. We have these neurons that are firing and they shouldn't be. So the device is training the brain to basically break the connections to those defective neurons and create new pathways where we're not having that tinnitus. And it does it using something very interesting called bimodal stimulation. So 2 modes of stimulation. You wear headphones and you listen to some specially programmed sounds that are very relaxing. At the same time, you actually have something called a tongue tip in your mouth. It's like a tongue depressor, and it's releasing little electrical pulses. Feels almost like a carbonated beverage or Pop Rocks, those candies that we'd eat as kids. And providing stimulation through 2 of our senses that's different, right? One is pulses, one is sound, all going up to the brain. It helps break those broken pathways and create new, healthier ones. And the long-term research in Europe, where this has been out for some time, has shown that over a long period of time, 12 months they studied people, for patients who are compliant with the program, 86% report a relief in their tinnitus. And that's really high when you think about most people are told there's nothing you can do, you better learn to live with it.
Wow, that looked cool, you know, technically speaking, and those results are probably exciting for folks with tinnitus or those watching right now. So we're going to tell you how you can get some relief from your tinnitus if you suffer from that and want to find out more about the Lenire treatment. Hearing Evaluation Services of Buffalo has 4 office locations across Western New York, and you can find them in Amherst, Williamsville, Orchard Park, and Tonawanda. And again, one of only 44 in the country that have this treatment. So to find out more about the Lenire treatment and all the hearing and medical services they offer, head to their website at HESofbuffalo.org, or you can give them a call, the number you see on the screen.